Buckthorn control. Troy's here with his PPE. We're about to control a buckthorn, an invasive exotic species. Here we go. We're talking about our weekend. So buckthorn, like other invasive species, can absolutely take over forest understories, blocking regeneration, causing erosion issues, bad for wildlife habitat, obviously a pain in the neck to walk through. Here's some erosion issues caused by invasive species. They block the sunlight out to the forest floor. So for ID and buckthorn, the first thing I look at is the bark. It's actually got a pretty beautiful bark for such a nasty species. It's got smooth with kind of rough peeling scales. It's kind of a dark gray, not too friendly to pet, kind of rough. But the one thing I love to do is slice open the inner bark, and you really expose its bright orange inner bark. Very, very distinct. Very, very, actually quite pretty. Getting in the fall mood here. Its leaf is kind of oval with a blunt end, and its leaf margin, or the edge, is very finely serrated, so almost like a dull saw. And like all invasive species, this leaf's out really early and drops its leaves really late. So spring and fall are great times to check this thing out. I'm going to slice it. It's okay because it's invasive. So buckthorn is unique in that its leaf and branch arrangement is sub-opposite. So they are not quite even along the stem with each other, where they exit the nodes. At the terminal end of their twigs is something really characteristic. This tiny little spine right between the two terminal buds. And it's got modified stems that are very pokey. So this is a big pain in the neck when you're trying to access your woodlands. Ugh. There's the young bark. It's very smooth. Got Troy here. He showed up today. So there's a number of ways to control this thing. You can do cut stump treatment, which we have a video for. That entails basically cutting the entire stem off and then treating the cut stump immediately with herbicide. This works really nice for larger stems. It's kind of a pain in the neck for smaller stuff. For smaller stuff and things with multi-stem, basal bark treatment, or basically spraying 18 inches up from the base, is another great way to control these. And then there's foliar herbicide. This works great for smaller stuff, but this just really isn't practical for larger plants. Look at me go. As with all herbicide applications, you really want to be careful not to over-apply because you can hit off-target species. A nice swipe will do it. Over-application, like this, is not good. You can see it dripping off. If it's dripping off, that's not good. Troy's coming at me. So I think this was oh, there you go. Proper. All right, we're out. So take that, buckthorn. We showed you the impact buckthorn can have on your woodlands, how to ID it, and how to control it. With that, we will see you in the woods.